Good morning, everyone. I'm sitting here in my kitchen. As you can see, I never finished painting the ceiling. But I want to talk to you today about the inconvenience of truth. Truth is something that we need to live with. We need to have in our lives. You can't make good decisions based on lies. You have to have truth in order to make proper decisions, in order to improve your life, in order to do what's right. You got to have truth. And the problem is with truth is it's definitely inconvenient, and you know, there's an old cliche that says sometimes truth hurts, and it does. I'm not going to deny that. But the thing is it's also very vital that we have it. It's vital that you learn what truth is. It's vital that you have the truth. It's vital that you live with the truth. Because, simply put, without truth, you have no reality. And without reality, you have no sanity. Think about it this way. Say you're married, and there's nothing but lies in the whole entire marriage. Well, eventually, when you have all these lies, you get suspicion, and suspicion leads to worse. I'm tired, so you got to give me a minute to think here. Suspicion leads to anger. Anger leads to hatred. Hatred leads to divorce. Divorce leads to all kinds of other problems. And it's all because the marriage was based on lies. Now, a marriage that's based on truth is going to have hurt feelings. But it also has mutual respect. Less suspicion. Suspicions mean no jealousies, no anger. Well, a little anger, but not divorce, and not all the other nonsense that goes on with it. Well, the problem is it's not just marriages where you need truth. You need truth every day in everything that you do. If you walked into your work, you know you bust your butt every day and you put out good quality work. You do everything you can to make sure that your work is done before you leave without having to charge the company overtime. And then your boss says, well, you got low quality work, you never get it done, and when you do get it done, you cost the company a whole lot of money in overtime. You just got lied to. You just got lied about and lied to. Now, what would hurt more? Boss coming up and saying, we're getting rid of you because we don't like you, or we're getting rid of you and then a bunch of lies? Personally, I'd rather they just come out and tell me they don't like me. It tells me where I need to make improvements. But if they're going to come out and lie to me about why they're getting rid of me, well, what good is that? It ain't going to help you any. And it goes along with politics too. Yeah, you knew it was coming, didn't you? You knew politics was coming into this. You don't know where you stand with your government if your government's going to lie to you. You don't know where you stand with your government if the media's going to lie to you. Okay? Well, take the story that came out by BuzzFeed here right before the weekend. It said that President Trump had Comey lie for him. Well, you know, that's all fine and dandy except for one minor little detail. Mueller, who is definitely anti-Trump, had to come out and say that's a lie. Now, hats off to Mueller. I mean, that could have been, he could easily have just said, well, I'm not going to say nothing about it. Let them believe what they want because I'm doing this or that. But instead, he came out and he told the truth. And the truth is what was needed. And it was somebody from a different side of the battle line. And I call it a battle line because that's all we've got right now. It's a big old battle going on in Washington. It's somebody on the opposite side of the battle line from President Trump. Hats off to Comey, or Mueller. Thumbs down for BuzzFeed for lying. Thumbs down for the to the media for making it sound like this teenage kid who was a Trump supporter was harassing the Indian, when in fact he was receiving the harassment from the Indian. Okay? It's not okay to harass anybody for any reason just because they have a different point of view. Alright? I have a point of view. And yes, I believe my point of view is right, but anybody that has a point of view is going to believe their point of view is right. I have facts to back up my point of view. A lot of people don't. Not everybody. There are a lot of people out there that do have facts to back up their points of view. But there are a lot of people out there that are just repeating what they're hearing, and they're not doing anything more. They're not researching the information. They're not checking to make sure the information they're hearing is accurate. They're not checking to make sure the information they're hearing is even close. I check my information. I've got several different sources I use. Some are online, and believe it or not, there's a couple of them on TV, and Fox is not one of them. Neither is NBC, ABC, CBS, or CNN. I get away from the big guys because it's the little guys who are trying to make the real money, and they're going to tell the truth. They want the integrity. They want the belief. They want, you know what I mean? They want the trust. So they're the ones I go to, the little guys, the ones who do their work, instead of just run off a headline through the top of their head and say, okay, well, let's go with this. And that's how you get truth. You do your own research. Here's a few truths for you. First truth, we need the wall. The lie that goes with that is the wall will never work. Well, it does. The last publicized caravan that came north to try and cross our border went to Tijuana. And believe it or not, there's a wall by Tijuana that divides the United States from Mexico, and they could not get past that wall. Okay? Truth number 2. You may not like President Trump, but his policies have given us one of the best economies we've had in a very, very long time. In fact, I would say it's better than Reagan's economics. All right? Truth number 3. Democrats, they don't care about you. They care about votes. That's all they care about. They've proved it time and time again. They go to the black community. Hey, we need your votes. Vote for us, blah, blah, blah. And as soon as the election day is over, they turn their back on the black community and go back to doing whatever they do. Truth number 4, and this backs up truth number 3. While these federal workers are not getting paid, instead of sitting there trying to work this situation out so that the government can reopen, they went to Puerto Rico and had fun in the sand, drinking their Mai Tais with their Cabana boys in their swimsuits, and they're doing Facebook this and Facebook that, and they're having a good old party time while you got hundreds of thousands of workers who are either furloughed or working without pay. They don't care about us. They care about themselves. They care about their votes. That's what they care about. Hard truth. Nancy Pelosi was going to go overseas for a PR campaign, a public relations campaign, when in fact she should have been in Washington, D.C. negotiating some sort of deal to get the government back up and running. She claims to care about the American worker, but yet she refuses to go to the table. Her and Chuck Schumer, they refuse to go to the table. They refuse to negotiate. They refuse to compromise. That's a truth. Truth is inconvenient for anybody that wants to see this video and doesn't agree with me, but it is the truth. And truth is where we need to start going with our country. This hiding from the truth, this changing the truth to fit our narrative, that's leading our country in the wrong direction. If we want America to be America, we want America to remain free, we need to start speaking truth and keeping truth and not changing the truth to fit our narrative. Because when you change the truth, it turns into a lie. The truth remains the same. It always does, always will. Let's start living with the truth. Once you live with the truth, solutions to our problems will be a lot easier to find. Have a good day.